Hi everyone, you are watching the Living Beyond Asana vlog, and I'm your host, Brittany Castro. So this week on the vlog, and I haven't been here in a while, well I have been here, but I've been interviewing people on Skype, which has been amazing. But this week, just me, short and sweet. So a lot of times, people tell me or ask me if they have to be flexible to do yoga. Right? I have to be flexible. I'm not flexible. I can't do yoga. Which is always funny to me because it's like, well, I mean, you don't have to be flexible. You learn flexibility in yoga. So if you're wondering, or if if you're a seasoned practitioner even, right, you know the answer to this. Do you have to be flexible to do yoga? And the answer is no, of course you don't, right? What is more important than flexibility is body awareness. That is way more important than having flexibility. And I will go on a limb to say that I actually think that flexible people have it a little bit harder than those who aren't super flexible. I mean, I know some of you would be like, no way. And I say that because of this. If you're really flexible, right, your body doesn't give you as much of a limit. Right? So if you fold forward and touch your toes and your hamstrings are a little tight, you feel that stretch, right? You're like, oh, I'm getting a stretch here, woo. Right? For super flexible people, they don't feel a stretch, right? There's not that whisper of some sensation to kind of give them that feedback that they're getting the stretch, right? So that they tend to seek out the sensation in a bigger way. Right? Like they're reaching, grabbing, tugging their bodies. And a lot of times that can actually result in injury because they're pushing into their flexibility. Now, this doesn't always happen, but you really, if you're a super flexible person that hasn't understood how to use stability over flexibility, how to create strength in your body before you move in to these super uber flexible poses, right? You can create injury in your body. I had a student who used to be a gymnast and then, was so flexible and could really do anything. But because, over the years, she wasn't a gymnast anymore. So over the years, she lost that pelvic stability and like her pelvis actually shifted, like the bones shifted because she was just moving so much into her flexibility that the stability was not as powerful as it once was, probably when she was a gymnast. So think about it that way, those of you that aren't super flexible and feel, trepidatious about moving into the yoga practice. It's actually sometimes easier when the sensation in the body is there. Now, if you're uber inflexible, yes, it could be a little bit challenging. But don't take a class that's advanced or even, a heavy vinyasa flow. Take a class that's slower paced so that the flexibility isn't as much of a hindrance, right? If you're moving in and out of postures quickly, yeah, it's going to be harder. But if you're not, if you're just moving into postures slowly and gently, it's not as much of a thing, right? So just considering that, when considering what happens when we tell ourselves stories and we make up these kind of limitations. Where are these limitations coming from? Are they coming from fear? Are they coming from resistance? Or are they coming from truth? And when things come from truth, they feel good. They feel true. And when they come from resistance or fear, they often feel constricted, right? So if you've used inflexibility as an excuse of not practicing yoga, you don't have that excuse anymore. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Are you super flexible and do you sometimes feel like what I said, that can be a challenge for you? Or are you inflexible and doing the practice kind of scares you or feels tough? So I just love to know about like how you connect with the body's sensation in the practice, right? So let me know in the comments below and have an awesome week. Practice some yoga, whether you're flexible or not. And I will see you next week. Namaste. Peace. Kisses. 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 Kisses.